Muriel is going to read our scripture for today, but I wanted to give just a little introduction to it. As I've shared with you in the past few weeks, I've talked about Paul's journeys. This is one of Paul's possibly last journeys we're going to talk about today. He has been arrested. He is on a ship. The ship is on its way to Rome. He's been in jail for 2 years. The ship is going to go along the eastern coast of the Mediterranean up to where we know as Turkey. Then it's going to come down to the island of Crete. And it's there during that travel, that portion of travel, that Paul and his colleagues on that ship run into trouble.
When a gentle south wind began to blow, they saw their opportunity. So they weighed anchor and sailed along the shore of Crete. Before very long, a wind of hurricane force, called the nor'easter, swept down from the island. The ship was caught by the storm and could not head into the wind, so we gave way to it and were driven along. As we passed to the lee of a small island called Cauda, we were hardly able to make the lifeboat secure, so the men hoisted it aboard. Then they passed ropes under the ship itself to hold it together. Because they were afraid they would run aground on the sandbars of Syrtis, they lowered the sea anchor and let the ship be driven along. We took such a violent battering from the storm that the next day they began to throw the cargo overboard. On the third day, they threw the ship's tackle overboard with their own hands. When neither sun nor stars appeared for many days and the storm continued raging, we finally gave up all hope of being saved. After they had gone a long time without food, Paul stood up before them and said, "Men, you should have taken my advice not to sail from Crete. Then you would have spared yourself this damage and loss. But now I urge you to keep up your courage, because not one of you will be lost, only the ship will be destroyed." Last night, an angel of the God to whom I belong and whom I serve stood beside me and said, "Do not be afraid, Paul. You must stand trial before Caesar, and God has graciously given you the lives of all who sail with you. So keep up your courage, men, for I have faith in God that it will happen just as he told me. Nevertheless, we must run aground on some island." May the Lord add his blessing to the reading of his holy scripture.